Yeah, we've talked to a number of people who were at the event today with Charlie Kirk, and Max Stanley is one of them. He is a pitcher for the UVU baseball team. Where were you in relation to Charlie Kirk?
Yeah, I was more towards the back left of the courtyard, kind of looking left side towards his tent. So.
And what did you see?
I saw, at one moment, me and my buddies were having a good time just listening to what was going on, and then we just saw it. We heard a loud shot, a loud bang, and then I saw his body actually in slow motion kind of fall over. So
there were others who said that they saw blood on his neck. Did you see that?
I think we were a little too far up for me to see blood, but I did see his body look sort of lifeless going down.
And when that happened, then what was the next thing that you witnessed?
There were people just rushing. I was doing all I could to help him out, get him out, and just bodies everywhere.
Was there anyone rushing the stage to help Charlie Kirk?
My focus wasn't really on the stage. It was more on
worried about getting people out.
Yes, sir.
You were with some friends.
Yep.
You've had a chance now to process it, talk about it. What are you saying? What are your thoughts about what happened here?
America just needs God. I pray really hard for Charlie and his family, but in conclusion, America needs God, and we need to come to a resolution with all this stuff. So, and I think we can put our faith in God, and we'll be better.
Was there pandemonium there?
It's a good way to describe it. Yeah, it was crazy. There was just bodies going everywhere, everyone running, fleeing the scene. So,
any of you also there in the crowd? You were in the crowd? You're okay. What's your name?
I'm Maddox.
Maddox. Yeah. Okay. So we had Max tell us that he saw Charlie Kirk fall in what seemed like slow motion after the shot. What did you witness?
So I didn't actually witness that. So my head was down, so I was trying to listen to what the prompt was and what he was saying. So I didn't get the full vision of what was happening. I just heard the sound, the loud pop, and then I just saw everybody running. So
we were told previously that there was a question about gun violence. Do you recall that?
Yeah, that's what I remember hearing.
What was the question?
It was something along the lines of mass shootings in America. He was asking Charlie Kirk about that. And then Charlie Kirk was going to pick up the microphone, and then he got shot.
So he hadn't even responded to the question
when he was hit.
This was not the first question of the event, right? How long had the event been going before the gunfire?
I'd say like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes.
And at that point, is there any yelling? Is there any screaming? Is there a good? Do you sense a good vibe in the crowd?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, it was a good vibe. I mean, there's always going to be parts, hecklers. There was a group that was obviously opposing him that was in the corner, but for the most part, I'd say it was a generally good vibe. I didn't think anything crazy was going to happen, but
And how did Charlie Kirk appear to you prior to the gunfire? Did he appear to enjoy the banter with the crowd?
Yeah, he seemed to be getting into it. The crowd, everybody seemed to have a good view towards him. He was confident. He was doing his normal thing, his normal debates. So,
you wanted to hear him speak?
Yeah, I wanted to hear him speak.
You like the give and take between Charlie Kirk and college students?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can see it all over the internet.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's entertaining, but yeah, at some point, you can't be doing that.
Who else was in the crowd here? No?
Exercise.
No. You were behind. Now you were behind. You said Charlie Kirk was speaking. You were about 30 feet behind him?
Yeah. So they had the underpass, and then there was some cars parked that was taped off area. I was just standing right behind the taped off area to try to listen better, because I just wanted to hear what he had to say.
Could you hear anything that was going on?
Yeah, I could hear what was being said, but it was, it happened pretty quick.
Was the question, as it's been described to us so far, something about mass shootings?
Yeah, I didn't really hear that question. I kind of came in a little late, so I heard the question before it, but from what I understand, it was about I do know a question was asked about shootings on campus and gun violence.
Why did you want to be here today for this?
Honestly, I just like listening to other people's opinions, and Charlie Kirk's a very God-fearing man, and I have a lot of respect for what he does, and so I wanted to listen to what he had to say and just learn more about debates and just have a better understanding of our country and kind of political views and stuff like that.
And for the first 15 minutes, you thought you were getting that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, I mean, I was with one of my buddies, and we kind of just talked, and we thought it was cool because there was so many people, and we thought it was cool to have so many people around there to just debate. We didn't think that it was going to turn so violent so quickly.
And as part of the debate, was there any fun to it? Was it lighthearted?
Yeah, I mean, it's always hard to tell what people's intentions are, but it seemed like it was lighthearted. There's a lot of chants, some for him, some against him, but never did I think that it was going to turn violent. It's something where you feel like you're safe on campus, and then it changed really quickly.
So you had a perspective unlike others that we have spoken with. They were facing him, you're behind him.
Yes, sir.
Did you have a sense as to where the gunshot came from?
From the right side. So if he was sitting here and looking out, it was from the right side.
From the right side.
Yes, sir.
Do you have the sense that it was close or from the back of the crowd?
Honestly, it sounded close, but I also don't know what kind of gun it was. Guns sound differently from different ranges, and so I don't know how close the gunshot was, but it sounded super close to where I was.
What about the evacuation of campus? What were you told? What did people tell you had to do?
So we just ran. I play baseball here, so we just ran to the field and got with the coaching staff, and they just had a shelter in place, and they just said, stay sheltered until basically you're informed otherwise. And then they said that we got a text on our phone saying that the shooter was detained and that the police are investigating right now, and then we were told that we're okay to leave.
So we have some information from the Associated Press just now that the suspect who has been arrested or was arrested has now been released, and apparently that person is not believed to be the shooter. So there's some confusion out there, and it might mean that whoever fired the shots is still at large.
It's terrifying. I don't know what to say. I hope they catch him. He tried to take a man's life who has a family, who has a kid. Nobody deserves to die for something where, everybody has different beliefs, and that's okay. That's what makes us human, and nobody deserves to get killed for having a belief that's different than someone else.
When you play collegiate baseball, this is for many people. I played baseball too, but never at the college level. This is the big leagues, if you will. There's a lot of competition, and you try as hard as you can, but to resort to violence like this, deadly violence, that takes it to a whole different game.
Yeah, no, this is something that I've never experienced before, and I never want to experience ever again. It's just terrible.
May I get your name, sir?
It's Luke Kimmel.
Luke.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, Luke,
yes,
very
sir,
much. So we've heard more here just now from the members of the UVU baseball team, and some reaction as well to that new information from the Associated Press that whoever was taken into custody has now been released. There is, and you can look here, you can see the police presence in the parking lot. Again, we are very close to the baseball field where the baseball players had sheltered in place until a few moments ago. There is a police presence, but I got to tell you, I think it was much more relaxed when we walked over from this location maybe 4 or 5 blocks 15, 20 minutes ago. Nobody stopped us. We did see police officers, but no one was telling us that we couldn't go any further, that we had to stay where we were or turn around and go back to the south end of the campus, even in fact off campus. Nobody said that. So the situation, I think, after the word that there was a suspect in custody, may have been relief here. Now that things have changed, that it may be a very different story. We'll let you know what we experience going forward.